Dear students, in this video lecture, we will discuss some more lab programs based on C++. So, before discussing the lab programs, we will discuss the question given to you in the previous lecture. The question was which function is automatically called when an object is created. So I think when an object is created, then this constructor is automatically called. So B option should be the correct answer for this question. Now, if we talk about the question number one, lab program question number one is that write a C++ program to perform linear search. So what is the meaning of linear search? We can take one example. For example, an array is there. There are four elements, that is 1, 4, 5, 3. So we can search any element of this array. For example, if we want to search this 3, so if 3 is present in this array, then we will display the found. If 3 is not present in this array, then we will display that not found. So we will compare this 3 with 1 by 1 element. Means first we will compare this 3 is equal to 1 or not. Then we will compare this 3 is equal to 4 or not. Then we will compare this 3 is equal to 5 or not. Then we will compare 3 is equal to 3 is equal to 3 is equal to 3 or not. So like this we will be comparing the question that is key element, and if it is found, then we will display that the element is present in the array. So this is known as the linear search. Now if we talk about the program, so initially we will be writing this header file, then we will write the using namespace std, then we will start the main function int main, then we will take the variable for the number of elements num in the array, key k for key element which we want to search, then we will take one array. Here we are taking the maximum 10 elements in the array. Then we will ask the user enter the number of elements present in the array. Then we will ask the user to enter the elements of the array. For example, here the number 4 are the number of elements in the array, and 1, 4, 5, 3 are the elements of the array. Then if we talk about then we will ask the user to enter the element to be search, means case the element which we want to search. So we will apply the for loop, that is we will start the searching from the 0th index element, and we will go up to the number of elements, means one element less than the number of n entered by the user. Since the array start from the 0 indexing, so we will go search up to n minus 1, number minus 1. So we will use the if statement. If array I index element is equal to k, then we will display the found. Otherwise, if it is not found, then we will display the not found. So like this we can apply the linear search in we can write the linear search program in C++. Now if we talk about the question number 2 is write a C++ program to sort elements using bubble sort. So now what is the meaning of bubble sort? Bubble sort means arranging the elements in the ascending order using by comparing the adjacent elements. So we can take any example. For example, if an array is there, then we are having the element 5, 3, 8, 1. So what we will do, first we will compare the adjacent elements. Adjacent elements means, for example, we have compared the 5 and 3. Now if 3 is lesser, then we will be what will be the answer? 3, 5, then 8, 1. Next what we will do, we will compare the 5 and 8. If 5 is lesser, then there is no need to exchange the elements. Otherwise we have to exchange the element. Then what we will do, we will so in this comparison the answer will be the same. Next we will compare the 8 and 1. If the last element is 1 lesser, then we will exchange the element. So what we will have the answer, we will have the answer in this 1 8. So highest element will be at the end. Next again we will compare from the starting, means we will compare. Now we are having the answer 3 5 1 8. Again we will compare the 3 and 5, then there is no need to exchange. So since 3 is lesser than the 5, so answer will be the same. Then we will compare 1 and 5 and 1. So what will happen, here, what will happen, that is we will exchange. 1 is lesser, so we will exchange the element. So we will have the answer 3 1 5 8. Then what we will do, we will compare the 5 and 8. So I think there is no need to exchange, so we will not exchange. Then what we will do, we will again compare 1 and 3. So again, that is we are having, 1 is lesser, so we will have the answer 1 3 5 8. Then we will again compare 3 and 5. There is no need to exchange. We will again compare 5 and 8. There is no need to exchange. So like this, by comparison of adjacent elements, we can sort the elements of an array. So we have that is 1 is in the first position and 8 is in the last position. So like this, this is known as the bubble sort. Bubble sort means we are sorting the elements by comparing with the adjacent elements. So we can write one program for the bubble sort. We can try the program. That is what we are having. Initially we have started the header file. Header file means IO stream. We have started the header file IO stream. Then using namespace std. Then we are writing the main, starting of the main program. Then we have taken the num as the number of elements in the array. Then we have made one array and of 10 elements maximum. Then we have taken one variable, temporary variable, for the exchange of the element. If element is greater then we have to exchange it. Then we are asking the user to enter the number of elements of the array. So we are writing C in num. Then we will be asking the user to enter the number of elements of the array. So we are using the for loop from 1 to I less than the num. Then we have user will enter the elements, that is C in array I. Then what we are doing, we are using the two for loops here. One is inner loop, another is outer loop. In the outer loop we are using the I variable, that is I will go from 0 to number -1. Then we are using the inner loop, that is j is equal to 0, and j will be again up to n number -i-1. Since here during the comparison we are using the j plus 1, means next element, so it will be up to n minus number -i-1. So we are saying that if the initial element, that is the 5, if 5 is greater, then we will greater than the next element, means 3, then we have to exchange. For the exchange we have taken the one third value, temporary value. So we will put the 5 in the temp. How we can exchange 5 and 3? That is, we will put the 5 in the temporary value. Then what we will do, we will put in the initial array, means array 0 indexing, we will put the 3. Then what we will do, we will put 5 in the array 1. So like this we can exchange the things. Then what we are doing, after completing one iteration, then we will again use the outer for loop. So like this these iterations will be repeated, and after completion we will have the answer of ascend, that is these elements are sorted. So we will have the answer So we can display the answer, that is we are starting from the 0 and we will have I less than the num and we can display the array I. So like this we can sort the elements in C++ using the bubble sort. Dear students, if you like this video lecture, you can hit the like button and you can share this video with your friends as much as you can. If we talk about question number 3 is that write C++ program, write program to demonstrate a default constructor. So default constructor means there is no need to write any constructor. So for example, if we want to see that better how this we are using, so we can write any output statement to display the thing if it is called. So here what we are doing, here we are writing the IOStream header file, then we are writing the using namespace std. Then what we are doing, we are making one class. So how to make the class? Because initially for making the class we will be writing the keyword class, then we will be writing the name of the class. For example, it can be any name, it can be room or anything. Then initially inside that we will be writing the constructor. Then we will be writing what we can write the data members, we can write the data members, we can write the functions, yeah? So and we can end the class by using the curly braces and semicolon. So like this we can create any class. So how I can create the object? Initially we have to write the name of the class, then we will be writing the object name. Then what, how we can create the constructor? We have to write the name of the class. While constructor is simple a function, so if we have to write the name of the constructor should be class name. So like this how we are using here the default constructor, that is we have created the class test, then we are using the access specifier public. So for the constructor maximally we have to use the access specifier public. Then test is the name of the constructor. Here default constructor we are showing how we will show if the display output is default constructor is called. So when it is called, when we are creating the object, if we are creating the object, then this default constructor is called. For example, if we are writing the main function int main, we are writing test t. T is the object here, test is the class name here. Then as soon as we will create the object, this constructor is called. How we will know the constructor is called? This output is displayed automatically. So like this we can see that if object is created, then default constructor is called automatically. Now, if we talk about the question number 4, question number 4 is that write a C++ program to initialize values using parameterized constructor. So here we have to use the parameterized constructor, we have to initialize the values of the variables. So initially we are using the header file IOStream, then we are using the namespace std, then we are making the class, name of the class here is the student, then we have the two things, that is enrollment number and name of the student. For the name we are taking the string, for enrollment number we are taking the integer. Then we are creating the parameterized constructor here, that is we have taken the access specifier public, then student is the constructor name here. It should be similar to the class name, so we are writing the name student int then string n. So e is enrollment is the name of the e and name is equal to n. Now we can make any function display. If we want to display this enrollment number and name of the student, we are writing cout enroll and name. So now we are completing the function and we are completing the class. Now in the main function int main, we are entering these two things with the object, that is student as 102 Amit means 102 is the enrollment number of Amit and name is the Amit. Then we are writing s dot means object dot display means we want to display is the name of the function. So s is the object of that class. So we want to display the enrollment number and name. So this will give us the answer 102 enrollment number and name is Amit. So this is all about this question number 4. Now we are having one question for you, that is which access specifier makes members accessible only within the class. So you can answer this question in the comment box, and if you like this video lecture you can hit the like button and you can share this video lecture as much as you can. So thank you very much. Thank you all.